Okay, got that up, got that up, got that up. Everything appears to be working. Okay. High speed. I forgot to turn on music. I'm like, what am I missing? There's something missing. I forgot to turn on the game music, which is, I mean, it makes sense. I can't have the game music and my opening music playing at the same time. My opening music, of course. What did I do? Why do I get the bonks? I don't deserve the bonks. Hi, Master Beast. I just want to be a goof. I mean, well, mission accomplished. My opening music, by the way, was made by Squishysoft. Had to test the bonk. I understand. I understand. Anyway, oh god, that's so much gray. I deserve to be bonked. I mean, that's not up to you. Here we go. Let's actually turn these up to normal levels. Not my I'm playing alone and listening to music on YouTube levels. Good morning, everybody. I'm Omni Rusted. Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Oh, I did something wrong. I found it. There we go. It was nothing. It was something, and I love it. I do. I really do. How are the crashes? I think I fixed them. Basically, they won't be permanently fixed unless I can somehow get my hands on a new graphics card, which is not going to happen for a long time. I've been talking to Zakam about it, and Zakam's general opinion is not until COVID goes away. So I guess that. Oh God! Somebody bonks speed. Jesus. Okay, one thing I saw that I want to change already was this sucker. Right there. There we go. Why is that playing over my mic? I know exactly why. Hold on. Nope. Hold on. I forgot to put on my kitty cat headphones. That's why. We're playing over speakers, and for some reason my mic picks up my speakers. Come on. Connected. Okay. Make sure that's working. It's not working! Yay! Am I connected to the right headphone port? I don't know. It played for a second? Why do you keep turning off? What is going on? Alright. I guess I'm not allowed to change this today. So just randomly you might hear some things through my normal speakers. Because it's just not allowing me to change things today. Which sucks, because I really wanted the flashing cat ear headphones on today. I'm so used to things going wrong these days that, like, I'm not even surprised anymore. Can we touch the Cobalt Hill? We are attempting to, actually. It's actually, like, almost ready. There was a couple things. I wanted to check my amount of steel. I almost have 4,000 kilograms, so we can continue on this. I think I want to leave some room behind this because I did want to... Actually, let's cancel that. I wanted to start off with some thermal aqua tuners. Yeah. Alright. And we'll build these up first. Yeah. Yeah. The art style reminds me of Worms. A little bit. A little bit. Alright, so I'm gonna connect these up. These are going to run off main power until they start really producing their own power. The biggest problem with all of this is, like, you can get a max of 850 watts out of steam turbines if you run them correctly. A little bit of Don't Starve. Well, it's made by Klei. Yeah, it's made by the same people who made Don't Starve. But the thermal aquatuners take 1200 watts to run. So you'll pretty much never be right in the amount of power that you get out of these, but it does its best. And that's what's important, right? Okay, we'll connect you up. Actually, let's just connect up with steel just to make sure. This can, of course, run on not steel power lines. I would rather be careful. And we're going to go conductive wire bridge. I'll make these out of steel. Shouldn't be too much. Nah, not steel. I don't need steel there. Make it out of gold. These don't need to be too much. I'm gonna need gold. Let's do. We have 20 tons of gold. Yeah, let's make more gold. Oh my god, we are full. Wow. If it needs 1200, does it not overload? That's why I'm using the different types of wire here. I'm using conductive wire instead of the other ones. I forget how much do these handle. These handle 4 kilowatts. Yeah, the bigger power transformers handle 4 kilowatts. They should be fine. And now I'm trying to think. Let's see how much ceramic. We're out of ceramic. Oh, we're out. Oh. Are we just doing refined carbon here? We're almost done with the refined carbon. I might have to wait a little while longer for that. Alright. Not a big deal. Is this going to be all ceramic all the way? Like, so this water is 95 degrees. I don't have to use ceramic here. Technically. That's a lot of ceramic. Do I care? Like, what? Igneous will be fine, right? I can retrieve that, and that. Okay. Yeah, let's... Igneous will be fine. We'll do it from here. Just to be safe. Like, it's very, very hot water. But it should be fine. And do we drop it directly on the cobalt? I could. Oh, I can't run it through that. Durr. Do I drop it directly on the cobalt? Conductive wires are 2000? Why would they make that? Huh. That is true. They... I mean, technically they shouldn't be running at the same time? If it becomes a problem, we'll fix it later. We actually have the ability to get back in here if we need to fix it. Yeah. They should not be running at the same time. Alright. Like one of these. We're going to make sure to not hook it up until we're actually ready. What should I do with all the salt that comes out of here? I mean, really, I should just kill it, right? That's about it. Because, like, we got a mod that allows for a trash thing. So we got a solids trash can. So I can just trash it. Just get rid of it. Okay, it's time for you now. Oh, have a good day at work, Speed. Oh, and this is fully up and functional now, We got the barber shop working last night, and I will stop killing off glossy Drecklet eggs. It is only hatches that get killed now. How you guys feeling? You're happy? Good. So we will significantly alter our plastic output, which is good. Because we're trying to build all the way down to here. Because we're also working on this sucker down here. Which this is going to take significantly more work. This is going to take a whoo boy amount of work. But I figure I can definitely use the cobalt, because cobalt has a very high thermal conductivity. Hopefully I have the day off tomorrow. You better. You deserve days off. And I require speed attention. Oh, they can't reach that. Right there. There. I want to make sure they can get to that pipe. Alright, now I just let everybody work. I keep looking over here at these. Just to see. Oh, power's still going up. But I keep looking over here to look at the heat, because it's going to be getting hotter and hotter and hotter as time goes on. And I'm still not entirely sure I even want to bother making steam here. Because, like, I basically have to make a ton of ceramic piping. Only because I is big goof. I mean, you could be big goof. We got plenty of polluted water coming in from that geyser. And it is pretty hot. Yeah, well, it's 30. Okay, it's not very, very hot. But you know, while we're working on the one, we can work on the other. It's fine. We're just going to need even more ceramic. We've already got 8.9 tons. Speaking of which, this needs to be replaced with ceramic pipe so that it doesn't overheat while it is coming in to output. How we doing? Good, good, good. Right now we're mostly just trying to get rid of all of this polluted water that I made. Ridiculously hot and have it match in with the water here, because all of this is going to be destroyed, so it shouldn't really be spreading too much water. These pipes are now filled with oil that are exchanging temperature around them, so it's coming in at about like -20. Of course, it's outputting at, you know, 200. That's not moving. Are we... Why is nobody working on this? Insufficient resource output... Oh. Who put more oil in there? Why is there ice in there? I literally made it so that no ice could get in there. How did ice get in there? Like, just now. That just happened. What? Also, that has no power connected to it. How is this getting more oil? Okay, the crude oil in there is at 234 Celsius. We cannot do that. Let's go ahead, grab... We'll just extract pipe contents from, like, right here. Until it starts getting hot, because this is very, very cold. So we can use this. Where did that ice come from? I don't remember pausing it. I don't know why it paused. We all know I don't have the best brain, though. There we go. That should be enough. Yep. We just need a long, empty spot of pipe here. And now we get some very cold oil if we need to use that anywhere. Alright, now we wait. Good thing I got super speed. Uh-oh. Okay, temperatures in here are getting very, very hot. I don't like that. I do have a setup made for our base cooling situation, which I will use eventually, but that is going to take one of these thermal aqua tuners being up. And I'm kind of just waiting on that right now. I just realized I can't get back into there. I should have seen that coming. I can fix it. It's not a big deal. Mostly all of this is being heated up by the incoming water, because incoming water is getting pretty hot. Every time it goes through the water sieve, it gains a little bit of heat. So, you know, not a surprise. But at this point, we got 230,000 kcals. I'm not worried about running out of food anytime soon from just some of my bristle blossoms going bad. Plus, we have a ton of meat coming in. And, like, look. Hey, look. There's some more. And we also have the gas range, which is turning our fish farm here into even more. So there's the fish farm, plus any of the meat that comes in immediately gets made into surf and turf, which is plus 4,000 kcal. And also makes people very happy. So, like, we're in pretty good shape. I'm not worried about food at the moment. Let's check downstairs again. Still trying to decide how I'm going to shape this whole thing. It's going to take a bit until I really figure it all out. Mostly this is a lot of Thynius work. Thynius is doing his best. But we do need to get her a friend. We need to get Thynius a friend. Eventually, I do want to do the ultimate of the evils and get myself a petroleum boiler. Oh, and I realized I'm never going to use oxygen. I might use oxygen masks eventually, but if I do, it'll be on the spot, so I can get rid of this thing. It's just taking up room. Looks like we need some more medical packs. There really needs to be some automation set up on the sick bay to give an automation signal for when it's out of medicine packs. Because there's not. And I would really like to know. Let's start tracking gold. We have a little bit, but not very much. I'm looking for a digger right now and nothing else. All my little sleeping dupes. Alright, pipes are done. Well, almost. Oh shit, can they reach that? No, they can't. Also, replacing all of this, the ceramic with the igneous, because I want that ceramic in other places. Chinchillin earned a skill point. Exosuit wearing, you can now run. Run, Chinchillin, run! Take a gained a point. We want to get you up to exosuit. And that's about it. So we've got two people right now, storage and supply, who both need names. If anybody is in chat and would like to claim one of them, please feel free. You are more than welcome to. One more. Done! Well, almost. I'm not worried about this pumping out. It's not even connected to power. And actually, that should probably be the last thing we do, so we can just... right there. And now they take all that ceramic that they dumped on the ground, and they take it inside and actually start putting it down. Let's take out some more of this. And I do want to get a ladder connected all the way down there, so we can actually start using that. Up here, let's open that up for Sweepy. The Sweepy has nothing to pick up here, and he appears to be pretty happy with it, even though he's low battery. Why are you low battery there, buddy? Nope, he's still working. He's just looking for more stuff to pick up. Oh, he's happy because he saw one of the dupes. Or something. It says he's low power. Why don't you go back to your dog, buddy? What are you doing? What are you doing? He's not going back to his dock to drop shit off. Instead, he just randomly stops occasionally. That's so weird. Whatever, whatever, whatever. Get some sweeping done where we need it. Because, like, this will stop my people. They'll be upset about that. I feel like we should have had things done by now. Also, this is most definitely not working. I need a better way to make it so that this will not transfer out eggs unless it's supposed to. Because this is supposed to make it so that eggs don't get sent on unless we need it to. But if they hatch up there, I have literally no recourse except to kill them. Because they won't breed, they won't lay eggs properly, like... I mean, it works just fine for the Drekos because they can climb walls. They don't give a shit. But I don't know what to do about hatches for that spot. I'm not... Like, I want to be able to pick up coal all the time. Because why not, you know? So I can't, like, only turn this on at some points. But, like, if I have an automation wire only turn on the conveyor loaders when, you know, we reach a certain number of eggs, the conveyor loader will still get loaded up by the auto sweeper. Master Beast and Grandmaster Beast will be cute. I'm not doing that. I've honestly, like, never figured out hatch farms. Also, this is not a good design for a hatch farm. I'm fully aware of it. Like, I've got 2 sweepers in here. I don't need 2 sweepers in here. I've pretty much got my Dreco farm done up. And it doesn't need to be touched again. Fish farm's fine. But, like, hatch farm, that's still a thing. Now, I used to have a build that was, like, it was a different drowning room. Like, a door would only open to let in a hatch when our hatch numbers were too high. Problem with that is they would get stuck in the door constantly. So, yeah, I honestly am not really sure what to do. Still trying to get this shit sweeped up. We can have ceramic. I can continue this. Like, this is a good spot to do it because there's a lot of abyssalite around here. What I'm basically going to have to do is put a thermo aqua tuner down. Did I just say it right the first time? Oh, I did. My god, I did. And this will provide all the heat that's going to be going into here. We're going to get... Let's just pause for a second here so I can get this started up. That right there. And we're basically going to have like a room that is... we're going to steam everything coming in. We're going to have to get a gas pump made of steel. We'll put it about here. What I'm trying to decide right now is, yeah, I'm going to have metal tiles made of tungsten to transfer heat. Do I need to? Does it matter? Or do I just drop water in here and call it good? We'll get an auto sweeper. Oh, look at that perfect sizing. Oh, that's good. We'll get a liquid vent. Out of steel. Okay. Just drop water. Yeah, I don't think I need to do anything else. I think I want this to only be activated once the temperature of the steam is high enough. I think that's how I want to handle it. So we'll do it like that. Yeah. And actually, we'll wait on steel for a little bit, because I'm going to make this, I'm going to make that different. I'm going to have that so pressure and temperature is high enough. That'll change out. It also probably does not need to be this big. In fact, that's probably way too much room. Let's just... That's way, way too much room. It does not need to be that big. I'll put the gas pump here at the very end. Pump in water, drop it, etc., etc. Okay, now the big problem with this area. No temperature shift plates. Do I trust it at the start, or do I wait? Here, let's get this steel back from over here. Oh, that was only 300 kilograms? I thought I used way more. We got the gold we need. And then that could be hooked up back into regular power. Probably don't even need it done like that, but I'll do it anyway. And the big question, what do I do with all the water I'm going to be making? Because I'm going to be making a lot of water. Is it time to make a giant water reservoir? And just have another thermo aqua tuner to cool it? Like, I've never made a giant water reservoir. I've kind of just been using the landscape here, but I can make an enormous water reservoir. I haven't even found the edge of this land yet, so, like, why not? This is dumb. This is so dumb. Alright, we're just gonna make a huge friggin' water reservoir. That's the plan. And, of course, wherever I can, I will use abyssalite. That's going to take a lot of work. But, like, we're going to be getting a lot of water out of this. Make infinite water storage. I don't like that. I don't like taking advantage of, exploits. You know, it doesn't even... Eh, we'll have it that big. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Thinking how I'm gonna build this. For some reason, trying to be conservative with my sandstone ladders. I don't know why. But anyway, it's like, yeah, I know infinite water exists. I know how to do it. I know how it works. I don't want to do it because it feels bad. Let's start actually prioritizing this room. I'm also waiting on a lot of steel. A lot of this is just waiting on steel. Let's put this up to 40. We're at 11 tons, but we're going to be breaking into a lot of iron over here, so I'll take advantage of that. Now, the piping for all of this. We're going to have... God, do we have 3 of them? Do we need 3 of them? I don't think we need 3 of them, do we? Nah. We're going to grab some radiant pipe out of gold. Do I want to make it out of tungsten? Nah. Just like that. And why not? Let's have a liquid bridge. We can have both of these going to the same place. We'll use granite. And this will keep the oil that is sitting in cooler. And then we'll get an insulated liquid pipe once it comes at the end here. I don't trust it going through there. It should be cool, but just in case, let's just not. Right to here. Liquid vent made out of what the fuck ever. Nope. Sorry. Pressure concerns. Here. To make sure this doesn't overpressurize, I'm going to double layer all the walls. Is the steam turbine room all temp shifts? Yeah, granite. It's granite temp shifts. Just to make sure. I'm probably going to have a third one of these too. I just don't have the steel to make it, and I want to keep this kind of open. Like, I'm not exactly sure if I want to put hydrogen in here. Should I do it anyway? I'll do it anyway. Fuck it. Why not fill this with hydrogen? The biggest worry is that this crude oil will get a little bit of temperature into it. It's not going to. It's not going to. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. But in that case, I do want to make sure that I have right here, coming down, there. We'll get yet another liquid bridge. Its only purpose is just to absorb any water and absorb the heat coming out of here. That's it. I'm probably gonna want three aqua tuners in here, and that's really dumb. That feels so wrong. I could prioritize it. I don't know. Digger? Ooh, ooh, ooh! Oh, digging, suit wearing, building. Oh my god. Uncultured. So, well, increased decor morale bonus. Can now do decorating. But that's good. That's very good. That means they don't care about ugly areas as much, and they get more decor once they come home. I don't care about the animal lover, but we have another digger. Calling to call you Digga 2. Alright. We got another digger. Dineas is no longer alone. Alright, we're putting you on that for now. You can actually build too. Dineas can't build. And put you on a different schedule. Oh, we have 2 people to put on the fourth shift. Didn't realize. Cool. And we should be kind of all set up. The biggest problem is we just don't have cots for them right now. So let's go ahead and just do a dumb and just go bam, bam. I think there's only 2 people that need cots at the moment. And we do not have... we're basically training up 3 people right now. We don't have another generator for them. Oh, and... But it looks like storage is the only one not let outside right now, so maybe I don't need that. Yeah, I see you trying to escape. You slow motherfucker. Where are you going? Where do you think you're going? Yeah. Supply is let free, so... Digger, this is yours. Get you some footwork. So I've got like a couple thoughts right now. I want to have one of these thermal aqua tuners basically cooling down a loop that goes around the base to keep the base cool. My biggest thing right now, my biggest thought right now, do I basically make this just a freaking hot room that has all my thermal aqua tuners, or would that be putting too much heat in one place? Should I make more room for steam turbines? For example, if I turn this whole area or this whole area into a giant farm, which is going to have pinch of pepper nut in one place and sleet weed in the other for pepper bread. how do I handle that? Do I just make a separate steam turbine room, or do I pump all of it down here? Do I need 2 thermal aqua tuners in here? I don't know. What do I do with the 95-degree cobalt that's going to be coming out of here? Once it, hardens, it's going to be almost 100 degrees. I still want that colder. So I want to make kind of a cold room for any refined metal that's going to be coming out of here. So I guess one of the thermal aqua tuners kind of has to do that. I might get that blue line at the bottom. What is that? Am I too high up? Is that... Go away. I think I got how I want to do it. It's gonna take a little bit of finagling here because I basically need to change all of these pipes around. And we now have vacuum here. So we're gonna take this down. This will come up. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll have both of these come out here. Sure. Let's tear down this wall so we can get some access here. It's not like I'm letting in any heat doing that. I mean, I'm letting in a little bit, but it'll be fine. Wow, I am not able to talk today. It will be fine. Also, the heat that's going to be coming out of the water here is going to be about 95. Do I cool that down before putting it in the reservoir? Why can I say reservoir today, but I can't say anything else? Alright, there's the end there. Nah, I want to go all the way over and just basically go to the neutronium. That's my plan. And I guarantee all of this will be used. Yeah, I'm thinking of like how to handle this now. How did you even get in there? Well, that's lost forever. Sigh. I try and make clean rooms. I know it's pointless. I know it's pointless. But I still try, alright? God, is that just gonna bother me? God, that's gonna fucking bother me. I know it is. Let's see if I can grab it through this wall. It's gonna bother me. I'm checking up on a couple things here, like the amount of CO2 we have. That's fine. Trash gas is still being invented. That's good. Do I cool down the water coming out of there? Yeah, I should. I really should. Alright. That literally means we're cutting this. Yeah. You go down. Do we only do it once? Oh my god. Or twice. It deletes about 14 degrees every single time it goes through a thermal aqua tuner. Any liquid going through will have 14 degrees deleted out of it. The biggest question though is like, do I lower it to like? Do I make sure it's lowered to like 50 before sending it on? I feel like I should. Because we're going to be using it's going to be pretty hot. I don't want a lot of heat escaping. And yeah, in these cases, I really overuse steel, even on like, everybody's like, oh, you know, like, temperature sensors don't melt. I don't know that. I don't care. That is not even the proper place for that. We're going to get a little water trapped there. It'll be fine. Ugh, I hate this. This spot right here, I always mess up on. So if going in, temperature is... Yes, okay. Hold on, I'm trying to wrap my head around this right now. Okay, if going in, temperature is, we'll say, below 40, turn off? No, if temperature is above 40, send through. If not, it comes back up and then has to go back into the cycle. Yes, that's how it's done, right? I literally do not remember. God damn, I don't remember. I don't remember how this freaking works. Shit. I don't remember how it works. Oh, God, I always forget how to do this point. I really always forget how to do this. This part always has me stopped. Okay, that is wrong. It needs to be a liquid bridge coming from here, we'll say, because this has to be the priority. And then that goes into here. I always forget how to do this part. I always forget. And then that goes there. And then this goes out. Yes? Fuck, I always forget how to do this. Ah! Okay. Sure. Oh my god, I feel like I'm messing that up and I don't even know why. Coming from this end, we're going to have two pipes that are coming through, made of igneous, which is the input. No, let's not overthink this, Omni. Okay, come on. We're just going to come down in. We're going to figure it out in a moment. And look, we have figured it out. Just like that. Okay, this is, of course, going to be incoming. It will go through. That needs to be ceramic. It will go through here. No, it does not go through there. It needs to go through a bridge first. The bridge, which comes out here. Because that needs to be a priority. I don't know if it needs the bridge there. I don't know if it needs that bend. I'm doing it anyway. Because, and I need to be very clear on this, I fucking hate everything about this set. I hate thermal aqua tuners because I always mess them up. I always mess up something, and I'm absolutely certain I'm messing things up right now. Okay. I feel like that's wrong. I'm almost certain it's wrong. Did I just hear a duck? No? What? Thank you for the head pat, Saber. Oh, I see babies. I thought you quacked for a moment. I might have. I'm honestly, like, I'm absolutely certain this whole build-up is wrong. I'm absolutely certain of it. What am I gonna do about it? Nothing. Complain and panic. What I'm best at. It's all I got in me. We found some wild hatches in there. Look, more meat. Should I stop us eating barbecue? We don't have barbecue or fish right now. I could stop us eating barbecue and fish and just wait to make them. Yeah, let's do that. Well, okay, so the question on that one is, we basically wait for Pakus to age out and die. And that's the only way we get fish meat. So let's stop eating cooked fish. We're going to have a lot less cooked fish than anything else. Boop. So we don't eat cooked fish anymore. All cooked fish gets turned into surf and turf. Yes. I'm always assuming that we're going to have more meat. It's probably a wrong assumption. I don't know. Oh, God. You can tell the dupes are also, like, unsure about what I'm doing because they're moving slower. They're like, is she sure about this? Is she sure about what she's doing? No, I never am. I'm never sure. I just fake it really well. Why is there a cool vest right there? Ooh, supply earned a skill point. Sure, you get a plumber's hat now. It's not red though, sorry. Okay, there's a lot to work on right now. I'm just letting this water drip down. Oh my god, there's fish trapped in there. How many fish are trapped in there right now? Where did they come from? Looks like there was about 3 trapped in there. I see 3, 4. Okay, there was about 4 trapped in there. I don't even know where they came from. I don't even care. Why is there water in there? Where is it coming from? It does not drip down from there. When it does, it should get caught here. I don't care. It's not hooked up. Calm down on me. Calm down. I don't even know why we're looking at this anymore. It works. I can ignore it until it overheats. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, look. Almost all the oil is gone out of here, which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So let's just start mopping up this oil, get it moved out. There we go. We were saving. I had to wait for it to stop. Get that swept up. Nah, I should leave that up. It's getting confused about this thing and what I should do. It's fine. Fossil. Let's make sure the fossil gets taken out of here too. Yeah, fossil is supposed to get taken out of here. We'll get obsidian, granite, and igneous out of here as well. I want to make sure that, like, the things that we sweep up to put in here aren't being picked up from outside. I mean, do I let Beast go? Do I just let Beast go? I don't know. Because that's kind of what I want to be doing. Picking up all that stuff and dropping it into here. And we're just going to let that just exchange temperature with just everything around it. It's kind of what I wanted. So we can actually use it. Yeah, I guess. And hopefully we use all the sweep stuff first. Now, as for this oil, I'm not even gonna bother. We're gonna just get it out of here with a bottle emptier. Excuse me, game. Why did you? Why am I getting freezes? What's happening? I don't know what that was. I don't know what just happened. Shine nymph eggs. Don't need them. Operating doctrine suit wearing. Unempathetic. That's an operator, and we could probably use a second one. So this is our second operator. Also a doctor and suit wearer, so they can potentially be a pilot. Like, I normally wouldn't have bothered, but they're really good. Oh, this is done. So let's get this thing the fuck out of here before it bothers me any further. You get your first thing in tinkering, so I can recognize you by your hat. Put you on 4th shift. Okay, there you are. Now, as to what you're going to be doing, I honestly don't even know. Okay, storage. What is your athletics? We kind of hired a bunch of people. Oh my god, you're already at a 7. That's good enough. I kind of hired a bunch of people in a very short amount of time. So I'm trying to make sure of where, everybody's going. And what they're doing at all times. Somebody please. Unreachable. God damn it. I need to make a little bit more room here. I'm actually not even sure if they can reach this thing. I just really want to give it my all. Hey, this is a vacuum. What the hell am I doing? Trying to be all sneaky about it. What's wrong with me? Holoco... What did you... How did you... I don't even know. Get yourself out of there. I'm not going to help you. You get oxygen, right? Yeah, you do. Okay. Where are you going? No, 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 no. He's like, must build. No, you must dig, motherfucker. Get... And he's... Everybody go. Time's up. It's back inside. Why was Operator 2 outside? Why are you outside? How did you get out? Did I affect the wrong door again? I did. That means Operator 2 jumped over here and went either all the way up here to get out, or all the way down here to get out, all in order to go dig right there. Go eat, you asshole! Operator 2 just spent all night doing that. Well, he's on 4th shift, so whatever. And that's Holo Cobra peeing himself. That's what you get. That's what you get for flying somehow. Like, there's no way the Cobra was able to reach there on his own. I have no idea how he did that. Wait. Can you get out? Get out of there! Idiot! Nope, he's back. You know, I don't care. I'm gonna lie to myself and I'm gonna say I don't care. Somehow he's back. I don't care. I'm just gonna ignore it. We got a new seed. Bristle blossom juicy fruits. Ooh. So, oh, those are just the self harvesters. That's weird. All right, we got that. Let's re-put the ceramic in. Get this granite tiling back up. That's not granite tiling. Oh, that one's not granite tile. Okay, that's a whatever. That could be sandstone. I don't care enough to change it. I don't want to let in all this polluted oxygen over there anyway. Set that back to a 6. Because when this thing blows, I of course don't want it loading this whole spot up with a bunch of cobalts. Okay, if above, we'll say 40. Run it through the thing again. You, if above 25. I know what I'm doing. That's a lie. Why? Why? I spent so... You know what? This needs to be filled with water anyway. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Hey, how about space? How's space doing? Anything? Actually, we can start building a rocket. Oh my god. We were going to use the steam engine. We can make a small petrol engine. I don't really need to. We're just going to make a steam engine to start with. And I'm going to keep working on this. Do I have the steel? Yeah, I do. But I want to finish this first. So, this is going to take just a little bit more steel. Do I run this under the thermal aqua tuners? Will it be dumping heat or will it be gathering heat when I do that? I don't know. It'll stabilize, and that's all that matters. This is basically just to dump as much heat into this area as possible. The big question is, what do I do about a freezing room? I kind of need to make a freezing room. Oh, you. Why? Why are you like this? We won't be able to reach that. And the why are you like this was 100% pointed at myself. There we go. Get out of there. And now I know you. You're going to try and drop the ceramic in there. I know you are. I heard space, such a beautiful word. I'm trying, okay? It just takes a while. We're not even building steam yet. Like, I kind of want the cobalt to get into steam. Because it'll be an easier way to do it. I guess I could make the whole thing out of steel, but then I wouldn't have the temp shift plates, and I really want those temp shift plates. Plus, I mean, to be honest, I kind of miss when the game was all about space. Like, you get to space, you win. I kind of miss that. I don't like visiting other planets. It's not fun. I don't like taking care of multiple bases. I want to have one giant base that I can just navigate around instead of having to travel to other planets. Like, if it becomes like it's an ADHD thing. It's an out of sight, out of mind thing. Where, if I can't see another base, I'm going to forget it's there. And I don't like it. Why is there oil? Oh, I had some slicksters here. They must have found some random CO2, I guess. But yeah, honestly, I don't like space. I don't like going to other planets. I can. I don't like to do it. What? 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 Also, what? Where did all this... What? Water shouldn't be going into the reclamation system if we don't need it. What? Where did that all come from? I'm really confused. Where did that all come from? There's no input into the reclamation system except for this one right here, and that one only turns on if this one is empty. So it shouldn't ever have been outputting into here. And it should have stopped when this was at 80% full. Are we just not using up water fast enough? What the hell? Okay, well, there's one way to take care of this, and that's just dump it back out into the system. Oh, I don't... Hold on, what's that? What's that? Gold? That's gold. Okay. I don't exactly know what happened there. Like, where did all that water come from? There's only one PHO2 input into here. Well, two. It's this. Somebody's been loading us up with a ton of... No, it wasn't from up here. Where did that all come from? I'm so concerned. Have I just been doing this the whole time and people have just been loading up this? Is that it? Okay, well, I guess we're just manually doing this now. Because our toilet's overflowed. Oh, no! Not in my base! You monsters! Not in... Why? Why are you standing in the liquid lock? Oh my god, it's everywhere. Everywhere! There is pee everywhere. They literally ruined the liquid lock by going into there to pee. Why was he in there? That's not speculation. That's me asking, why was he in there? I can't believe I'm doing this right now. That's right. I'm dumping fresh water. I don't need to do it like that. What am I doing? That water's been through the sieve. Just empty it from here. Is that in? I did it wrong. Here. That should be it, right? There we go. There we go. The toilets are working again, you monsters. Weirdos. God. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe they stood inside the liquid lock to piss themselves. What are you? Why are you like this? The liquid lock's fine. Luckily, PHO2 is heavier than O2, so it won't off gas. It's fine. It's just really annoying. Poof! No, you're under my chair, Poof. My chair. Some did get in there. That's been in there for a while. Basically, just everything has food poisoning germs now. It only annoys me. By, you know, a lot. But it won't off-gas, which that's the most important thing. Plus, the pressure in here is high enough, thanks to all the incoming oxygen. We're at full pressure everywhere, so like the little bits of PO2, PHO2 that are around won't emit because they won't off gas because they're over pressure. It's fine. It's just really obnoxious that I had to go about that, and I still don't know why that happened. Anyway, I have to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I don't know if you can tell that I'm back because the puppy just walked on the screen like it was... Oh! Jesus Christ! Have you been here this whole time just whining? I'm not touching you! Go away! Ah! Yeah. You're very cute. You're very cute. Yes, you're very cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes! Wait, how did the polluted water get it? What? Why is there polluted water in there? Where... How? You know what? It doesn't actually matter. It's not going to change anything because it's all going to get steamed anyway. I still hate it. Anyway, thanks y'all for waiting. Sorry about all the breaks that I've been taking lately. I've been kind of having a stomach bug. You know, my life. What was I doing? I don't know. Sweepy's taking care of everything here, and he's so cute! I honestly love Sweepy. So motherfucking cute. How you doing, boys? Still angry? Yeah, you are. We found mud. Oh! Oh, it's a little wormling. Hi there. You pooping out mud for me? Yeah, you're cute too. You can live for now. You'll drown later. How are we doing? Oh my god. Is this... Wait, no. No way. Is this ready? No way. No. No. That... Is it? No, it needs what? Oh my god, is it ready for water? Ooh, idea. Idea. Very, very important idea. We need a hydro sensor. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, look at all this. This is gonna get so silly, and I love it. This is, like, honestly, like, worrying me. Like, do I get this started? Do I actually do this? First off, this is gonna be set to all. No, it's not ready. It's not ready. I need a cool room. I need a cold room first. Once this opens up, we're literally gonna have to, like, speed run getting the steel done there. So I gotta get a cold room. Which, I'm thinking of how to do that. It's gonna be like... God. Okay. So we got input here. I'm gonna take that. And... brain. Come on, you can do this. Yeah, I think I got this. We're gonna do that first. Because I basically also want to use this to try and cool down these if I can. Okay, this is allowed if this is below 500. So let's start that water flowing. This feels like a mistake. It's probably a mistake. There she blows! We're just literally just gonna put just a layer of water at the bottom. That's all we're gonna do right now. It won't, like... Oh. Yeah, it's salt water. It's all salt water. Until the PO2 gets in there, we're not gonna have to worry about any gas problems. So I'm not gonna worry about that. Right in here, we need to get a bottle emptier. Let's just get 2 to do this fast. Below 500 kilograms, that's a lot. It has to be over 1,000 to get over this hump. And that's what I'm trying to do, is stop it from getting over this hump here. Should be fine, right? It's basically I just don't want it to get over this. If for some reason it senses water that is above this spot, which is 1,000, then it'll stop. That's basically what we're doing. Oh, they did fast work on this. Another mutant seed discovered. More stuff for Muse to do. Alright, let's go get some oil. I'm gonna see if I can pick up some of that really cold oil that's over there. In my other room. I do feel like that's enough, but that's only 200. Like, the recommended amount from Francis John for a build like this was about 600, but I honestly think 500's fine. It just needs to not go over this hump and then liquefy the crude oil, because if it does that, we'll just mess up that entire thing. My biggest worry, honestly, I should do something about... Hold on. There we go. We were saving. We should get a door here. Should we... Like, I want this to stay vacuum. I don't want any liquid to go in here. But it will off-gas and it will exchange temperature with this crude oil. And that is going to be a problem. Speaking of that, how did that just happen? That's weird. Like, occasionally the steam will exchange temperature with the crude oil, and it will drop down into here. So we're going to have some cold salt water there. That's okay. It should not be an issue. What is Sweepy up to? Just Sweepy things. Trying to pick up all that polluted water. I don't even know where the polluted water is going. It's just sort of... It's just sort of vanishing, and I don't... Like, I'm assuming a dupe is picking it up occasionally. That's my best guess. Okay, everything is good here. Yeah, we are at about 400 there, so, like, it's still not too much. I feel like it's going to be too much mass. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I want to get a thermosensor as well, hooked up like so. And we're going to hook this up to these two for now. We're going to get another one of these. You know what? Can I build another one of these right now? We don't have the plastic. Okay. I want to make sure these don't run until it's 180 in here. That feels like it's already too much. Like, that's a lot of water in there. Like, it feels honestly like it's too much in there. Seed analysis complete. We got colder. They can stand colder temperature. I don't know why that's important. Okay, that's full of enough oil now. We just need a little bit for that temperature exchange there. We can get rid of these. The plan is to basically, since this is the output and it goes right through here, we'll just have this temperature exchange. We'll turn this into radiant, so it'll pick up a little bit of heat going through here. I will put up more insulated tiles, not really in like any kind of... It'll hold in a little bit of temperature. That's basically the only goal, is to hold in a little bit of temperature. And we'll get some temp shift plates to transfer heat across this whole thing. This is to try and hold in as much temperature as it can. It's not really required. This is a cold room. This is not a freezing room. It's basically here just to exchange temperature a couple times. Do I want to just... Yeah, might as well. And then we're going to get the shipping from here. We will send it up. Hey. And that will just poop it out. Okay, so it looks like we are about ready to really get things moving. Which is terrifying. I've literally made this setup and just thought of it as I went along, and I'm really scared that it's not going to work. So very first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to get a liquid pump here. I'm going to hook that up. Because we got to get some oil in here. You know, like you do. Do I care where this comes from? This seems dumb to just have two of these, but I just do not care. Okay, meanwhile I'm trying to have my sweepers do all of this work. It's gonna take a while. Let's continue on. This is igneous rock on the outside. Do I want a granite on the inside? No, we'll be fine with just another layer of igneous. This is just to prevent overpressurization. Not really a big deal. This only sends green signal when temperature is above 180. Cut that. Nobody's doing it because it's not a 6. Don't want more builders. Right? Maybe more people with a priority in building. Because it's kind of turned off for a bunch of people. Like, speed, nah, it's really fine. Let's turn it on for Tiggy, but at the lowest. And yeah, that should be good. Alright, heavy wire connector. Yeah. We'll turn these on, grab all of the crude that's just lying around, if you could, please. Speed, if you want to do a thing for me. I know it's going to be speed, it's always speed. Seems like a waste in the insulated tiles. It's igneous, and we get so much igneous that it doesn't really matter. Oh, Sun's doing it. Wow. Digger 2 earned a skill point. I'm going to get you to super hard. New printables. Dirt. Late game, dirt becomes actually kind of hard to find. Which is weird, but I'll take it. Like, I mean... What else am I going to do with the insulated tiles? Like, what do we need it for? Alright, if a little bit of the crude oil here spills over into here, it doesn't really matter. Hook you in. Ba-da. Well, that's a little obnoxious, but that's fine. Okay. What are we at? Give me a temperature. Hello? Why can't I see your contents? Why can't I see the contents of this pipe? Okay, we'll let it go through here. It did not go through there. Where'd it go? What? Why is it trapped in there? It doesn't know where to go. It should go all the way around. I did it backwards! Oh my god. I did it so backwards. Neat, neat, merp, merp. And then it gets really hot when it gets up to here. Yep, I totally did that backwards. Oh well. The thing is, this is actually heating up things around it. It's already up to 89 degrees. My god. Oh my god. Why is it just cooling down that one over and over again? That's terrifying. It's trying to cool it down to 25. But we can see it's fucking working. Also, we've got ridiculously hot oil moving to... Ah, it's only 31. That's fine. Okay. So we got some ridiculously hot oil in here. Probably from down the oil biome. And it's just trying to cool it down as much as it can. But it's very low mass, so it's taken a very long time to do so. Do I just want to give up and use diamond in here? I feel like the diamond will be better used in other places. Hey, how's space doing? Nothing? Cool. Thanks. Oh my god. Oh my god. The name of this rocket is Ol Uranus Extra Large. Oh my god. The steel conveyor rails? What? Why is that a waste? I mean, I suppose I could have made them out of gold, but I wanted the high melting point. Okay, we good? Yeah. Oh, okay. This is out. So we go all the way around. Have these go the opposite direction. Cannot believe I did that. Basically, this is to try and equalize any solid, like the freezing point of cobalt. It turns solid at 1500. That's still ridiculously hot. I want to make sure it loses as much temperature as possible into this room before it leaves to get dumped into the base. Did we get rid of all that trash oil? Nope. Still got a bunch of it. Still basically trying to exchange this trash oil with the outside. Cancel the sweep for now. Like, I appreciate it, but I still want to be, you know, getting up here done. And there's a lot of stuff to be sweeping up here. Not as much stuff as I thought, but, like, start it anyway. Little itty bitty bits of oil going through the whole biome before it actually gets, like, before it gets cooled down. I understand. This thing's already 89. It's dumping all of its heat into this. Now, it's 89 degrees salt water in there. Now, salt water has a very low boiling point, so hopefully it does its job. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. My wife did things that hurt. Why for? Okay, no, there are other fish. I'm like, why is there only one fish? Oh, the drowning pool's working perfectly. God, those things have so much goddamn health. Bleh. Happiness negative 106. Well, this is what you get for being born. I hope that teaches you a lesson. Who's getting stressed out? Sun? Why is Sun unhappy? She gets to play with animals all day. I love how sometimes it takes them a while to realize they're dead. I don't know why. It's just funny to me. Alright, now this oil in here, which is 36. We'll exchange temperature with everything outside of it. It barely did, but that's because it's very low mass. Why not? Do a thing. Hold a little bit more temperature in here. It's not really super important, but I'll do it anyway. Thank you, Sickle. There's pee in the shower. Listen, I know we've all done it. It's still very rude. Oh, they can reach that. My god, this is gonna steam all of that water just on its own, and I do not want that. It'll be fine. Alright, how are we doing on that trash oil? All swept up? Okay. Time to turn on auto bottling. I do wish I had petroleum for this, or some other liquid that was better at transferring temperatures, but this is fine. Ooh, and I'm suddenly feeling really dizzy. God damn it, am I still sick? I think I have to stop the day. Wow, I'm feeling suddenly, like, really dizzy and nauseous. Okay, that's starting to trash oxygen. How are we doing here? Yeah, that's starting to trash oxygen, so I want to stop that. And let's go ahead and make a new gas pump. Just out here. I knew there was a reason that I kept this pipe. Whew. Okay, I think it's going away. Just a random dizzy spell. That's always fun. Can they even reach up there? No, they can't. That should be good enough. And this is another one of those, it's just a temporary thing, so I don't care how it looks kind of things. So. I'm just trying to clear out as much of this polluted gas as I can. Because there's a lot. And since we're clearly producing enough of it, I don't care where it goes. So we're going to trash it to space. It's all coming from like right here, being sort of held down by all this oxygen that we're producing, because we are producing a lot of O2. In fact, I'm not even sure where all this O2 came from. I don't know. We're trashing the polluted stuff. That's all that matters. And we're starting to get in all of this crude oil. I want to do a quick thing just to make sure that this does not kind of fuck up. No, this is all one direction now. It should be fine. Alright, it's coming into 65. This will start really working hard. It's letting it out at 43. Did I mess it up? Only let through if... only activate if... below 30. Below 25. Below 25. Oops. There we go. So it tries to put it back into the thing, and... oh, God, no, I'm still doing it wrong. I hate this setup. I hate it. I always do this wrong. Come on, brain. Come back to me. If it is above 25, send it through. Because I want this to activate. This should be hooked up here. That should be hooked up there. Oh, God damn it. Yep. Okay, I know what I did wrong. Because it turns off, I wanted that to be the output. And then this is what sends it back into the system. And now we just got hot oil moving through my base. It's okay, we'll fix. It'll be fixed. Alright. It's... why? Why? Is it supposed to be turning this on? It is turning it on, but it's not moving fast enough. Fuck! I don't know how these thermal oxygenator setups work. I honestly don't know. I always do it with a liquid shutoff valve on the other end. But I was told by somebody that that was just wasting a ton of power. Like, see, it stops there and it turns that off because the crude oil in there is 25. Meaning it would go through here. But it's also, like, when this is activated, it takes a second. It takes a tick. So it doesn't send it on. I hate this. I hate this setup. I hate thermal oxygenator setups. I really, really do. Okay, I can't brain this right now. I can't even begin to figure out what the fuck is going wrong. And I'm getting dizzier, so I'm actually going to call it I'm going to call it a day very, very early. I don't know why I'm suddenly feeling so dizzy, but then again, I slept like 2 hours of sleep last night. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night, so that's probably why. So we're going to call it a day. If you like what you saw, blah, blah, blah. I don't have it in me today. I'm really, really out of it. Ooh, I am really not feeling good at all. Anyway, I'm Omni Rusted. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.